Hello and welcome to another review of some foundation on my YouTube channel. I've done quite a few of these and you all seem to like them, so I thought I would bring you another one. And this time we're looking at this, which is the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation Stick. I've never tried a stick foundation before, so I'm actually quite intrigued to see how this is. So this is the foundation, obviously is a stick, and I have it in Neutral Porcelain, which is the lightest shade that they currently do in this stick foundation. On Bobbi Brown's website it says this is the ultimate nude foundation. It has a transparent base plus skin tone correct pigments for an incredibly natural look, which is really good, especially if you are pale like I am. Finding a foundation that is the right undertone and everything can be so hard, because obviously if you don't get it right you can either look orange or even paler, if that is possible. It says this is a creamy yet whiteless texture, blends seamlessly in skin so mimics the look of healthy skin. And you can wear this all over your face or just where you need it, and it is currently in 43 skin tone correct shades, so that is actually quite a lot. And if I just have a look on here, yeah, they do actually have some darker shades there, if you can just see, as well as obviously the lighter ones. It also says that this foundation is for all skin types, so my skin type is oily, it's blemish prone and large pores. So I'm hoping it'll work for that, as it does look like it will be actually quite creamy just looking at it, which is amazing. And it'll be really good especially if you have dry skin as well, if it is creamy. Also, as it has olive extracts and shea butter, I think that's how you say it, shea, everyone says it different. This can help keep your skin moisturised as well, which again adds to the creaminess of this foundation. And it says on here you literally just swipe it around your face wherever you want it, and either use your fingers, a sponge or a brush to blend it in. So like normal with all my foundation reviews, I'm going to do this side with a brush and then this side with a sponge and see which side looks better. And that is mainly because I found with a lot of foundations either a brush or a sponge works better, but it's good to see how both work, because I know some people really prefer using a sponge. I normally use a brush, so that's what I prefer, but it's always nice to see how they work. So I'm going to put this just onto this side, blend it out with the brush, and we'll see how we get on. That much on. That might be too much, it might not be enough, I am not sure. As like I said, I've never really tried a stick foundation before, but I'm using the Spectrum B01 brush, which I've said so many times is my favourite. Oh, that's blending actually really easily. I was thinking I was going to have to like press down quite hard to get it to blend, but I think because it is quite creamy, it's blending quite easily. Does seem to dry quite quickly though, I will say that, like straight away. I can tell it's one you do have to work quite quickly with, so me probably only doing half the side of my face probably has worked in its favour with that. Does anyone else find it really hard to put foundation on after you've done your eyebrows? Because I just can't get it around them. Please say that's not just me, I find that so hard. Right, so that is like one coat of it, and it looks okay actually. It is quite light, you can still see like under my eyes and you can still see the blemishes, but if you like a light foundation that might be alright. So I was going to go on to the other side and just do again one coat of it. I will say when you're like spreading this on your face, it feels so creamy. It feels actually really nice. It feels quite thick, but once you've blended it out, it's not actually that thick. Like I said, it seems to go quite lightweight. So like I said, we are in summer right now in England, even though today is like chucking it down with rain. So you don't really need a heavy foundation, and if it's for every day, you don't really need it heavy anyway. So I'm going to blend it out with this sponge, and this is just one from Superdrug. I think it was like £1. Super cheap. I don't know why I'm doing it with my left hand. Bit harder to blend out with a sponge, I will say. But like I said, I prefer a brush anyway. with the sponge, I'm sort of feeling like I have to drag it rather than like patting it in. So it doesn't feel as nice to do, if that makes sense. I mean, it's blended out nicely. You see what I mean? I sort of have to like drag it. And that's not exactly brilliant for your skin. Don't like it with a sponge. It makes it sort of just sticks to the sponge rather than that. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I think it's made it go even lighter coverage. So to test its buildability, I'm going to try and put another layer on and see how that goes. But again, I'm just doing one side of my face at a time, purely because I know now how quick it dries. And I'm putting a little bit more on as well, especially like around my eyes. It just feels so creamy though when you're like putting it onto your face, which is really, really nice. But it blends so much easier with the brush. You can really see the difference now I tried it with a sponge. I realised I look ridiculous and I had like a moustache of foundation. That is one side of my face with two, and it definitely looks a lot better on camera. Does in person as well. Actually looks pretty nice. So I'm just going to do the same on this side, because otherwise I will look a little daft. So I'll be out to you in literally 2 seconds. So this is just the foundation on. It has given quite good coverage. I would say it's still quite light, possibly medium if it is slightly buildable. I have noticed though in a couple of dry bits I've got around my mouth here, it's sort of clung to them, and on my forehead it does seem to be separating just here, which is quite odd because my forehead is not really the oiliest place. It's mainly around my nose, like T-zone bit. So I'm not entirely sure what's happening there. But like when I do all my foundation reviews, I don't put any primer on. I've literally just washed and moisturised my skin like normal. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I don't always wear primer anyway, so that's why I don't when I'm doing this. Now I am going to do my contour and highlight and just see if it sort of keeps it there or if it blends it away or anything. And if you'd like to know what I'm actually using the Pixie Glow Cake, and this is in Gilded Bear Glow. Bit of shimmer, but I actually quite like it. So I'm going to do the contour first. Oh, actually things seem to blend pretty nicely on top of it, which is really nice. It's actually blended really nice on top, I will say that. Into these bits on my forehead where I said it was separating, which I'm not sure if it's the oil in my skin or if I do have like maybe little dry bits, but I really doubt it, to be honest. So like I said, I'm not entirely sure what has happened there, but it seems to be blending in with this contour quite well. Well, it's more like a bronzy contour at the minute because it does have a little bit of shimmering. And now I'm taking the highlight from the same palette. I actually really like this highlight because it's quite subtle. It seems to be separating just slightly just at my nose, which is really annoying, but that is somewhere that I always struggle to get foundation to stick anyway. So that is pretty normal for me and my skin. So this is the finished makeup. The foundation doesn't look bad, I just don't think it really works for my skin. So maybe if you've got oily skin, it might not be perfect for you. It's mainly just this, just like this corner on my forehead, it just seems separated and it doesn't seem to have stuck to my nose all that well. Everywhere else it actually looks okay, and I think it's quite good if you only want a lightweight foundation, or maybe you only want to put it like in the centre of your face. You don't really need it everywhere. It does feel very creamy, and now I've got it on, it feels very lightweight. I can't really feel it, it doesn't feel cakey. Yeah, on camera it definitely looks a lot better than I think it does in person. Like I said, it just seems to be just on my forehead for some reason, like, everywhere else seems okay. It doesn't look cakey either, it just looks okay. Definitely better with a brush than a sponge. Maybe even better if you use it with your fingers, as obviously your fingers are going to heat it up again, so it'll blend out easier. I will say though, I don't feel like I used a lot. Like, there's still quite a bit in there. So I don't really feel like I've used a lot for my full face. And like I said, I did do 2 coverings, applications, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I think it was one that I will probably use when I only want something light. As I said, I normally prefer something like full coverage. That is just what I like. Everyone of course is different and everyone has their own opinion. But I definitely think that Bobbi Brown makeup in general is definitely underrated. I absolutely love their other foundation. I can't remember what it's called, but I did do a video on it, so I will leave it linked up in one of these corners for you. And that actually was a slightly lighter shade. This is Neutral Porcelain, which is the lightest, and it actually is a really good match. If you look at my neck, my hand, actually perfect match. I am very impressed with that. I thought it was going to be quite dark, as it does look quite orangey in the tub. If it works, it works. I'm fine with that. But like I was saying, the other foundation I definitely used the lightest. I think that was just Porcelain, and I really like that. I also really like some of their skincare as well. Lipsticks. Yeah, I like quite a bit of Bobbi Brown. So if you'd like maybe a full video on what I use from Bobbi Brown, what I'd recommend, then please let me know, because I think that would be quite a good video. I don't know, maybe not. But I hope you like this review of the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation Stick. Like I said, I will definitely be using it, but only really for days when I need a lighter coverage. It might even be really good to use with another foundation in a bit where you maybe need it a bit thicker. And I think if you're pale as well, the darker shades you could probably use as contour, because it does blend out so easily. But yeah, I think that is about all I have to say about this foundation. It looks really odd just holding up because it doesn't look like foundation. I'm just so used to having it in a bottle. But anyway, I hope you like this video. Please let me know what you think of how it looks on my skin. Also, have you tried it yourself? And if there are any other foundations you'd like me to try out, please leave them in the comments below. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Please subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon in another. Bye!